Welcome to War India News Hour. The role of data centers is significant as many are moving to cloud and hybrid models. As more organizations continue to strive toward digital transformation in the pandemic-struck world for business continuity, availability of cloud computing, high-speed reliable internet connectivity has led organizations to make the shift into the virtual workplace. Given these trends, it is important to consider the role data centers can play in the remote workplace as they serve as the central point of access for data and essential business applications to the remote workforce. Cloud computing is a necessity in a hybrid workplace, and as it allows employees to access key applications and data and collaborate in the virtual workplace, and colocation data centers allow organizations to set up the cloud environment facilitating for remote work. There is an increased demand for infrastructure as a service that is called IaaS from cloud providers like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google App Engine and IBM Cloud, as they have given business an option where they can provision a virtual data center in the cloud with just a few mouse clicks. Many organizations are getting the best of both worlds by using a hybrid cloud approach in which some workloads are offloaded to a public cloud, which others that require more hands-on control or security still run in the local data center. A report says infrastructure as a service offers the business and consumers a virtual server and storage APIs that facilitates them to alleviate workload to a virtual machine, that is called VM. It renders infrastructural components to business such as server, storage and networking hardware as the visualization or hypervisor layer, thus enabling them to function with the inbuilt support. Let's look into today's headline in War India. World's largest cargo plane to arrive India with 3 oxygen plants from UK. The world's largest cargo plane, Antonov 124 aircraft, left Belfast in Northern Ireland on Friday carrying 3 18-ton oxygen generators and 1,000 ventilators from the UK to support the present crisis of COVID-19. The British government said each of the 3 oxygen generation units the size of 40 feet freight containers produces 500 liters of oxygen per minute, enough for 50 people to use at a time. It is expected to land in Delhi at 8 a.m. IST on Sunday morning, after which the Indian Red Cross will help transfer them to hospitals. SEBI is a relaxed role for startups to list. With an aim to boost listing of startups, market regulator SEBI has notified a slew of relaxation to norms, including reducing holding period for pre-issue capital and allowing discriminatory allotment to eligible investors. The changes have been made to the framework for listing on the Innovators Growth Platform, what we call IGP. This comes after the board of SEBI approved a proposal in March on this regard. Other relaxations include easing delisting requirements and relaxation in guidelines for migrating to the main board. Google has started enabling two-factor authentication by default. Google has taken steps towards protecting its users from security threats by enabling two-factor authentication 2FA on Google accounts by default for users. Users who have set up 2FA will be asked to confirm the right person is signing into an account by tapping a prompt on their phone. Google further said it will soon start enabling two-factor authentication by default for select users. This was announced by the company in a blog post on the occasion of World Password Day. In its post, the company highlighted the steps it is taking to properly secure users' password. Samsung develops advanced chip packaging technology. Samsung Electronics said it has developed an advanced chip packaging technology for high-performance applications as it eyes to expand its leadership in semiconductor solutions. The world's largest memory chip maker said its next-generation 2.5D packaging technology, Interposer Cube 4, that iQ4, is expected to be widely used in areas like high-performance computing, artificial intelligence, 5G, cloud, and largest data center applications, as it creates enhanced communication and power efficiency between logic and memory chips. VRI Anbu appointed as the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu. VRI Anbu IS is appointed as Tamil Nadu Chief Secretary on Friday. RI Anbu, who was Earlier, Additional Chief Secretary, Director of Anna Institute of Management and Director General of Training has replaced Rajiv Ranjan as Chief Secretary. Rajiv Ranjan has been transferred as and posted as the Chairman and Managing Director of Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Papers Limited. That is it for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Stay tuned. Thank you.